I will start first with Mr. Hassan, multiple figure earner, multiple investor, help thousands of people all over the world. Hassan, if you can really I know you since 4 years, 5 years almost. I was, please the mic, okay? And I was introduced to Hassan from his brother Malik. He's with us also here today. And I remember he had this call like, Abdullah, I'm in Lebanon. I heard I'm seeing your live session every day, and I think we have to do a call with my brother. Then because before 3, 4 companies were talking to me, I thought it was kind of scam or something, but I never closed the door. So I had the conversation on Hassan, and one thing I always repeated that really touched me, when I talked to Hassan, I told him, I want to build a culture of trading. He told me, Habibi, do whatever you want. What I want to do, I want to help people make money. So and I see my brother told me that you have your live sessions and people are making money with you on the live. So just go and make money for people. And I was, oh my God, this is the CEO I would love to work with. Seriously. So Hassan, my first question is you. Seriously. As an entrepreneur, as a person who partner up, who built and to start, how did you start your journey in entrepreneurship and how easy it was?
The first thing I want to say is that if I knew that sitting here, I would have to go first, I would have sat last. Because there's a lot of pressure, but good morning, everyone. How easy it was the most difficult thing in my life. And it still is. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. But I will definitely say that the opportunities that it presents will change your life forever if you continuously keep going. It's kind of like you were saying even a few minutes ago, somebody saying, hey, you're going to be a millionaire in 6 months. A lot of people don't have the patience and the emotional control to get through the challenges when they start happening, right? It's interesting because I know you and I have talked about it a lot, but I have tried every single job you guys can think of. I've cleaned toilets. I used to be a waiter. I sold cars. I sold clothes. I sold candy. And I've probably I've delivered newspapers. So for me, it was always about survival. My family grew up very poor. And the more I realized, the harder I would work. In my mind, I thought the harder I'd work, the more hours I put in, the more money I make. But the problem is you burn out. And then you start realizing there has to be an easier way or something that is smarter, right? Which is leveraging your time. I know everybody in here probably knows the cash flow quadrant. If you don't, check it out by Robert Kiyosaki. But all it talks about is the 4 quadrants that we are in this world, from being self-employed, an employee, an investor, a business owner. And once you understand that you need to learn how to be smarter with your time, then it clicks in your brain to start learning the right information. So it has, I love to say it was a easy journey, but it's something that you never stop doing. But since I started, I definitely would tell you guys that the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to fail multiple times. And even after you make money, you're going to fail again multiple times. The important thing is you have to keep going, though, and be passionate about it more than anything. So I'm still on that journey and always will be. But it was the best decision I ever made in my life, because once you understand you have control of your situation, that's when it changes. The last thing I'll say is that a lot of times we think what dictates our life is maybe you live in the US, maybe you live in Dubai, wherever, but your world leader, it could be the president, the prime minister. It could be, you can maybe say the economy, you can maybe say your parents, you can maybe say your job, your school. The truth is the only person that dictates your life is you. And once you understand that you can control your environment, no matter what's going on, then you're finally ready to start taking the next step.
Hassan, in a last word, okay? If really someone wants to go into the financial world and the entrepreneurship world, as an advice, what is the main advice as a successful person doing it for a person who's willing to start now?
I would say, because there's so much information in the world, And especially right now, there's so many people, it's because of online marketing and social media marketing, it could be very easy to fall into the trap of who to learn from, because some people are phenomenal marketers, and then you may hand over thousands of dollars for the education. And once you get through, you realize that you were scammed pretty much. And it's unfortunate, but it's the way of the world now. It's because of influencers and social media. What I would say is that you really need to do your due diligence, first of all, on who you want to learn from. The second thing is once you find that person, it could be you, it could be anybody else that has results and testimonies and the credentials, you should really put your time into it as if you were going to get a degree. A lot of times people will go and they will start investing. And if they're not rich, we've talked about this so many times, the first month, the second month, the third month, 6 months, they think investing as a whole is a scam. Or even they think you can only get started if you have lots of money, which is not the case at all. It's the person that you decided to learn from was your first mistake. The second one is you still haven't understood how money works. Right?
True.
So one of the biggest ways to identify if someone is legitimate or not is ask the person that is offering the financial literacy education, whether it's about trading or real estate or blockchain. Ask them if you can speak to people. Literally speak to someone. You can get on a phone call, you can get on a Zoom, that have been through their program, that have been mentored by them. And 9 out of 10 times, people will tell you, then you're not serious. They try to do a takeaway. I'm not going to have to prove myself to you. Real people, like Abdullah and like almost everyone else up here, will have 10s, 20, 30, 50, hundreds of people that are real life testimonies that they are legitimate. And so when you find someone that has real testimonials behind them, that is one of the biggest signs that now you probably should take it very serious and make this investment in your education. The second thing is, once you start, don't stop. It's like I was saying earlier.
True.
One of the silliest things is people will go to a job every single day. And by the way, I'm not hating on jobs. I create many jobs all over the world. If you have a job, especially in this economy all over the world, you should be very grateful. But my point is, so many of us will go into work and give it our all because our boss tells us to, our manager tells us to. And we work so hard because we know we have to for the value, which is monetary value, dollar amount, for me to be paid that depending on my hours I worked. But then when you go open a business, or more importantly, even educate yourself and invest money to educate yourself with the right mentors, if you don't see success immediately, you stop. And that's 95% of the world. And that's why 5% of the world controls all of the wealth in the world, because they understand that just like anything else, whether it's working out or you're on a diet plan or it's investing, it takes time.